She's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 love.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 10, episode 13. The dark lip is back, and I put on a white shirt because I thought it would be better. But, you know, it is what it is. It is currently Sunday. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's technically Monday, but y'all will get this early Monday morning. But I hope everyone had a great weekend, and we're going to be ready for this warm, hot weather here in Michigan. It's going to be like 40 degrees. People going to be barbecuing and all kind of craziness and stuff. We're going to get some good weather this week. Melt all this snow. When I drink water before I do videos, I don't know why I do that anyway. But yeah, it's going to be some nice weather here in Michigan, so I can't wait for that to melt some of this damn snow, get rid of the stupidness of it. It's going to be like in the 40s, 50s. I think one is supposed to be in the 60s too, so it's going to be, people finna be fooling here in Michigan. Anywho, you know, this particular episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey, that goddamn Nene, some moments, Eva, some moments, and that goddamn bone collecting straight ass. Let's get into it. You know, the ladies are all in Barcelona. We know that Kenya did not come. We know that Kim did not come. And they're on the bus on their way to the hotel or to dinner or to something, honey. And, you know, Cynthia had brought out like a bucket list of things that she wanted to do, what they can all do, basically, being out of the country, you know, doing different things like, oh, kiss a stranger, oh, pinch someone's butt. I'm not going to go out of the country and do anything I would not do in my own country because I don't know the laws. I don't know what's against the law. And I ain't trying to go to jail in international waters. Don't want to do it. But they're all laughing and joking or whatever. Little Candy saying, you know, I ain't doing this and I ain't doing that. So from there, you know, Nene starts to impersonate Candy. And I think it was very spot on. People say that Candy's very dry. Candy has always been that way. When it's you sitting around being regular or whatever, but she's not like a boring person. It's just if y'all on the bus just sitting and talking, she don't have no energy. She be like, whatever. But we've also seen Candy be tons and tons of fun. So, you know, when Nene was not making fun of her, but when Nene was doing an impersonation, they were all laughing. It was funny. Honey, then here come Marlo, not hating. Marlo was not a hater. Marlo is shady, and Marlo was petty, and Marlo was messy. So here come messy Marlo. And saying how, you know, girl, Candy be so dry, girl. Candy was like, what? Well, you talk too much. Still they laughing or whatever, but I think Candy was like, what you talking about me for? And, you know, Marlo then says that she's going to have Candy come to her etiquette class. Candy said to who having an etiquette class? So when Marlo tried to say, like, I'm going to have you come to my etiquette class, she's like, girl, ain't nobody come to your etiquette class. You need one too. So what you talking about? And Marlo sometimes try to read people and be funny, and sometimes I'm just not here for it. Well, most of the time I'm not here for it because Marlo has to get on my nerve, but I do think she's funny. I just think sometimes she try to be, Marlo is campaigning for a peach. You know, she wants a peach. She wants to be full-time on the show. Marlo been trying to be on the show for at least the past 8 seasons, and I think this is the first time where she's had a potential actual chance to get her own peach. And honey, she throwing every little shade tree, every little petty tree, every messy tree to make it seem like she should be on the show full time, or at least not just the friend of the show, be more of a full cast member. And I'm just like, girl, you know, it is what it is. And then Marlo saying how, you know, well, you know, a part of etiquette is being friendly. And Candy said, well, no, a part of etiquette, you know, you can't say that because, you know, you be rude talking shit and stuff. So we be rude talking stuff about people, you know, all the time. So that's also not friendly. So that you need etiquette classes too. It was a whole, they then flashed back to all the times over all the seasons, honey, that Marlo has been petty and messy, and it's the crazy thing that she said that's not nice and that's not polite, and that you would need to go to etiquette classes for. So, you know, that part was funny. And, you know, Marlo was saying, well, you know, I'm not nice, I just don't sugarcoat. It's the same thing, Marlo, girl, quit picking hairs. So We then see Shamia like, well, where's Kim? Where's Kenya? Are they not coming? I'm like, girl, you been on this goddamn gone plane trip, this whole bus ride. Ain't nobody mentioned Kim. You know her ass ain't coming. But I think that's just what she did to bring up Kim in general. So Nene like, you don't see him here, so no, they're not coming. And let you know why Kim isn't coming. Now look. We all know why Kim isn't coming because of Corey. She wanted to bring Corey and Corey ass wasn't coming or couldn't come. I do feel like Nene could have just said, no, she not coming and left it alone. But that ain't what Nene do. Nene then went on a whole thing saying how, well, Kim ain't coming because it's a girl's trip and she wanted to bring her husband. Her husband couldn't come, so she didn't come. They then go to flashbacks of Kim over the years, recently and previously, when wherever she goes somewhere, Corey ass right there. Corey dropping her off, Corey picking her up, Corey wiping her ass, he putting her lashes, he fixing her wig, he doing whatever. He always there, and Kim always get out the car with Corey with a goddamn red Solo cup. Racist ass. And she always had Corey with her, and then like that's the point. This show, you can't consistently have your husband with you. At least not for for the girls trip. She then says how, Lord Jesus, she said Kim is the only person I know that's had all these ailments and she's still messy and miserable and petty. She said she had cancer, she had thyroids, blood clot, open heart surgery, and a stroke, but yet she still had time to be negative. He should be thanking God that he's put her through all these things. Now, then she called her Bionic Barbie. I said, Lord, Bionic Barbie. Jesus Christ. Now, when she said it, what they showed, she didn't say it as in Kim was lying. She just said, these are the things that Kim has said her whole life, that what she's went through, and these are the reasons she can't come on a trip. I can't come on a trip because I had a stroke. I can't come on a trip because I got a thyroid issue. I can't, so she's always got to read this particular time. Well, I need Croy to travel with me because I had a stroke 2 years ago. Girl, bad. Just say you don't want to come. And my thing is, we don't need Kim on the show. We don't. There are enough women. We do not need Kim. I'm still confused as to why they brought Kim back. I don't feel like Kim is bringing any extra ratings. I don't feel like anyone is watching the show to see Kim. I really do not understand the point of Kim being on the show. But you know what I'm saying? I don't work for that. So it is what it is. Eva's there, and Eva was pretty quiet this whole episode. There was one part where she spoke up that I'm going to speak about in a second, but her confessional look that she does, her confessional look is very pretty. However, it is giving me Giselle from the Housewives of Potomac feels. It looks exactly like Giselle from there. So, it is what it is. So then all the ladies they off the little bus or whatever, and they're at the little dinner thing. We're getting some little snacks and everything before they get to where they're staying. And Candy brings up how Nene is gonna be going on tour with Escape, and she's gonna kind of be like the opening act, the opening comedian or whatever. And that's so great, it's cool, we love it. Now we all know how bad of a debacle that was and how that went down, and she did not do many tour dates. I think she did maybe 3 or 4 shows, and that was it, if that. And then she went that whole, I hope that the cab driver rape you on the way home, and her ass wasn't on the tour no more. So I do wonder if we're gonna see the falling out, but that happening, seeing how Candy handles it and how Nene handles it, because someone had to let it go. So it's like, did Nene decide to not do the tour because she said that, or did someone had to fire her ass? That I do kind of want to see. We then see they asked Eva about who she dating, and she brings she dating that guy Michael, who she's now engaged to and pregnant with his baby. And I do wonder if when this was being filmed that she was pregnant. I don't know when this was filmed, but we shall see. But she brings up, I'm dating Michael so-and-so who's running for, the mayor of Atlanta. Yes, I have a daughter called Eva's daddy, at least her biological daddy. What's his name? Kevin McCall said, my daughter's bio father is basically a sperm donor. I'm looking like, God damn it, Eva, you couldn't just leave alone a baby daddy and just say you got a new hope. Girl, Kevin McCall, it's crazy, okay? And I'm pretty sure if he saw this episode and if he heard you say he is just a sperm donor and that Michael is your daughter's father figure, I do wonder how he gonna feel, because I don't think anyone knows. Well, we know he don't see the little girl, and I'm not saying that she can't move on with her life and have a proper father figure in the little girl's life, but I'm like, he already messy enough. He already be going batshit crazy about stuff. Just don't even mention his name. Just say, this is my boyfriend and we a family, we happy, and it is what it is. Because Lord, it's gonna be going crazy. Shamia, oh messy, Shamia messy too. Shamia want a peach too. Shamia then says, was your boyfriend okay with you dating women and messing with women? Eva was like, say what now? Honey, Shamia said that she read in the gossip blog on the website, in the gossip column or whatever, that Eva dated Missy. Now, I remember years and years and years ago where that was a rumor. But I'm like, she said it as if she saw it and it was about something that happened last week or last week. Girl, that is so old. I'm like, what? And that's why I say Shamia was looking for a damn peach at that point. Because I'm like, you brought up some really, 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 really old tea. And, Eva says, like, no, I did not date Missy. No, I'm not gay. Yes, I've dabbled in the lady pond, but why people being so messy? And I thought to myself, you mean like messy, like when you went to to Candy's party and told everybody that Cynthia Day had a girlfriend? That messy? Girl, bye. You can't, look, don't dish unless you can take it. If you're going to be on Housewives, you can't go to someone else's. You can't be the messy person and then be surprised when someone asks you a messy ass question. That's what I'm looking like. And other than that, she didn't talk no more but through this episode. That was her only situation. What else she did? I talked about. So Cynthia then joking around or whatever, saying how she's never been with a lady, but if she would be with one, it would be with Candy. And it's like she was trying to get served. So Candy then jokingly says, well, y'all don't know if I ever knock Cynthia off, because she'll defend me like how she defend Will. Tickle me pink, because I'm looking like, we know that she fuck Will because she showed up taking up for him. So Eva then tries to kind of apologize or to clear the air with Cynthia about the whole Will situation, how Eva came on her first day of shooting telling people that Will had a girlfriend. She says how she did not want it to be messy, that it didn't go how she intended it. Well, how did you intend it to go? I'll wait. You don't know? So yeah, to me, what Eva did was messy initially, and she knew what she was doing. You didn't say that as in the aspect of, well, I'm going to say it and it won't matter because he ain't here. You said it and he was there, and then it was a whole big fiasco. So Cynthia then says, well, okay, well, what exactly, what you trying to do? Like, what was the situation? She's like, as far as I know, when I talk to him, he doesn't have a girlfriend. Eva then says, when I met him before, he introduced his girl as his lady. Honey, Cynthia said, well, look, as far as I'm concerned, as far as he says, he does not have a girlfriend today. Well, he didn't have a girlfriend that night. He don't have a girlfriend today. And that's all that matters. And I think that's the thing that people forget about the whole situation. It wasn't even about, well, he had a girlfriend before. But if he don't have one now, and they only been talking for 2 months, it's how new a 2-month relationship is. A fucking fictional ass book. You know what I'm saying? It's that you borrowed from the library. It ain't even your book. So I'm like, why y'all trying to make it seem as if her and Will been dating for 7, 8, 9 months, and then for the first 5 months he had a girlfriend he was lying about? She's known this man 2 months. Okay, it doesn't matter. And I think that was Cynthia's whole thing. Like, y'all coming to me, talking to me about things as if he's my man, and we have all this time invested. Y'all really bring enough stuff that y'all heard from someone else or that he had going on before he got with me. So leave it be that or whatever. So when they said that or whatever, Portia kind of put her 2 cents in, like, yeah, because what I heard Cynthia say, Portia, no, let me finish talking to Eva. I'm not really talking to you, so let me do this conversation because, this ain't even involving you. Well, okay, I'm going to let it go. Nene then brings up, well, how do you know that, what he said isn't, is the truth? Who do you believe? She said, well, look, I believe Will. And then when Nene tried to say, it's like, well, but you only know him for 2 months. And she said, well, I've only known Eva for 5 minutes. Truth, okay? And that's who brought the story there, a person she did not know. She has known Will longer than she's known Eva. So I'm not going to leave this new person over the person who I've known longer than her. honey. And then when Nene says, well, you've known Portia for longer than that, honey, Cynthia said, no, honey, we still getting to know each other. Everyone is consistently still getting to know Portia because Portia is messy. And when Portia heard that, of course she got upset, like, what you, oh, well, I guess she don't want to hear from me. And Portia tried to bring up the whole, we know each other, whatever. Cynthia, I think, brought up the best point ever. Cynthia said, Portia, given our history, you have said things that weren't true. You said things about my ex-husband, about how he was messing around and sleeping with waitresses, and that wasn't true. So, you know, why would I believe something that you heard? Which is true. Honey, when Portia said, well, you know, that's something that someone told me, here she got that bullshit again. Portia has a habit of telling people things that someone told her. It's never nothing that she's seen firsthand. It's never nothing that she is initiate. It's always, well, someone told me A, B, and C, so it must be true, and let me spread it around. Honey, Cynthia said, that's how the whole thing that you brought up about Candy, you know, that wasn't true either, and you kept saying someone told me something. So again, I can't believe what you're saying. You know, Portia tried to she tried to check Cynthia and say something like, well, you know, you and Peter broke up for a reason, so, you know, y'all in together for whatever reason, but if you don't want to listen to me, you know, that is what it is. But, you know, I said what I said, and both me and Eva knew something about Will. And my thing is, like I told y'all before, I ain't gonna believe shit that Portia says ever, because Portia's sources is always someone. And I hate a someone told me ass bitch. Well, someone told me that 2 + 2 is 5. Bitch, it ain't true. Well, someone told me it's supposed to rain tomorrow. It's gonna snow tomorrow. Portia's always saying someone told me, and she ain't never the one to reveal her sources. And when she do reveal her sources, it turns out they ass lying. So Portia has to learn that you can't be out here telling people what so-and-so told me as if it's truth, because every time that you done that, it's been a goddamn lie, girl. So honey, hush. And honey, Cynthia was like, you know, whatever, child. You know, Cynthia was like, whatever, I don't matter. Because Portia got offended as if she does not have a track record of saying, well, someone told me this, and then she run with the story, and it's not even true. So Portia, you have no one believes you, okay? You're like a fucking stuttering Stanley. No one wants to talk to you. You know, we then see how they kind of go sightseeing for a little minute, then they go back to their house where they're rent, like a little Airbnb house. Now, see, look, this Airbnb house is there in Barcelona. They did not stay in a hotel. They stayed like in an actual home in Barcelona. Look, this house was 8 bedroom, 6 bathroom, like 3-story home. These have us acting like it was a goddamn 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom shack in Compton underneath a bulletproof vest with bullet wounds and stab wound blood all over the floor. Oh my God, you know, we don't all have our own bathroom. Oh my God. I'm like, first of all, we all know the accommodations in different countries are different. And especially when you stay in a house that's of the country and not in a hotel. If y'all are there to, you know, see the culture, see the world, live in it. It's a fucking 8 bedroom, 6 bathroom home. It was decorated weird as hell. The decorations was absolutely different, but you're in a different country. They don't decorate how we decorate here, but it was a nice house, and it kind of show how high maintenance people can be. And I mean, it just rubbed me the wrong way. You know, it was an 8 bedroom, 6 bathroom, fully staffed home, and you have us ain't happy. Girl, bye. You know, so they all walking around trying to find rooms. So, and then I need my own bathroom. I think it was maybe 2 bathrooms short. Girl, who gonna be in the bathroom all day? It was just too much complaining. You know, they all walking around finding their rooms. People going room to room. Oh, I like this room. I like this room. They're picking their rooms. Nene had picked her room. Cynthia had picked her room. Sheree had picked a room. Candy was still walking around looking for a room. Candy went all the way upstairs. The other ladies did not go all the way upstairs and pick their rooms somewhere else. Honey, Candy went upstairs, and it was the best room, was all the way up on the 3rd floor. And she like, all right, what's my room? It had like a patio, its own bathroom, it was the nicest room of all. Honey, when Nene see the room was like the best room, she feel like, well, I think Candy should give us the room because, you know, we're the more mature and, you know, we are also the host of the trip. Then what the fuck you should have did was, before you picked your own room, you should have said, let me and Cynthia go look at all the rooms since we the host, and we can pick ours and y'all can pick theirs. I'm pretty sure the ladies would have been okay with that, considering the fact that they're the host. But that ain't what you did, Nene. What you did was you picked your own goddamn room before Candy picked her room. So my thing is, how you acting as if Candy always do that? Well, no, she don't. If you pick your room but first, I ain't gotta fucking switch rooms to you, bitch. No, I don't. Fuck you. So Cynthia and Nene start talking, and Nene says, you know, I think we should say, you know, the more mature women should take the upstairs, and then, you know, the middle-aged women or their younger ladies should get like the middle or the bottom floor. They all get together, and Cynthia said, I don't know why Nene think Candy gonna get his room up, but you know, it is what it is. So they all get together. Nene suggested, and Candy not having it. She's like, look, no, I'm not moving, I'm not doing it. And I don't blame her not one little bit. And you know, when Nene said, you know, I think the more mature women, and Candy like, I'm not moving my room. No. She then says, you always talking about how you don't want people talking about your age, but the more mature women, you know what I'm saying? She's like, what does age have to do with anything? Honey, Nene gets offended as if Candy calling her old, and you use the words more mature. And my thing is, when you said more mature, you meant older. Because you didn't mean older, then that means you was calling the other ladies immature. Which one was it? Come on, Nene, let me know what it is. And I felt like Nene was trying to boss people around, and I like how Candy wasn't having it. You know, Candy saying, you know, Nene need to calm her ass down. You know, she not gonna boss me around. You know, I'm not moving rooms. It is what it is. You know, so after they do that, Marlo trying to be messy. So is she gonna move rooms, or y'all gonna let Candy boss y'all around and just kind of punk y'all? And you're like, this ain't about nobody being punk. You know, I'm not moving my room. It is what it is. You know, I ain't dealing with you, Marlo. Whatever. Goodbye, Marlo Hampton. And she walks away. And then Marlo saying how, you know, I think Candy is just such a spoiled brat. She's just so fucking spoiled. No, the fuck she isn't. She didn't do anything wrong. She picked her room after they picked their rooms. What the fuck? Leave it be. It was just stupid. To me, it was just dumb. And I'm like, whatever. It's just dumb. From there, the ladies kind of break off and go into their own rooms. And, you know, Portia and Shamia was basically up in the room. And Portia was saying how she kind of felt sad that Cynthia said they were still getting to know each other. I give zero fucks. Simply because the reason that Cynthia said that made complete sense. One, you and Cynthia have gotten into a physical altercation did she kick you? Yeah, she had to kick you off of her because you was over her on that little boat. That's one. Two, you did tell people, you consistently said that her husband was cheating on her and was fucking other people. Three, the bullshit that you did to Candy has affected your relationship with each woman. So with each castmate. So I don't get why Portia don't get you not back in good graces with anybody. Even though they are being cordial to you, I think none of them trust you yet, or at least they don't trust your word, because you're not trustworthy. So it was what it was. We see how Nene is talking to Marlo and Cynthia, basically saying how she felt like Candy had threw a low blow, you know, bringing up her age. And I'm like, but she didn't bring up your age. Nene is clearly self-conscious about how old she is, which doesn't make any sense because we all know how old she is, so it doesn't really matter. But she was making it the issue as if Candy brought up her age and Candy was calling her old. You called yourself mature, and people know mature, and how you meant it was age, because you then said, and the younger women can stay elsewhere. So it came out your own goddamn mouth, Nene. Get the fuck over the shit. Then so, you know, because they wanted, you know, I'm not for that shit. I wanted to check her, you know what I'm saying? She just as old as I am, and she's younger. And then so, you know, because they short and they fat, and under their clothes I'm skinnier than them. No, you're not, Nene. I don't see why you would say how anyone else is short and fat, and well, like, why are you then insulting how they look because you think someone said that you're older. But bitch, guess what? You are older. I mean, like, that's not nothing anyone can make up or anyone can be like, oh my God, she's older. You was born before them. You are mature. You are an elder. It is what it is. Then Marlo saying how she feels like Candy has an issue with her. No, Marlo, Candy just ain't for your bullshit. And the same thing that you dish out, you can't take it because Candy gives it right back to you. So the same way that you act towards other people is how Candy acts towards you. And you don't like that. You're used to get up under people's skin, and Candy you don't get up under her skin. She just shoots back at you, and you don't like it, and you were trying to make it an issue because again, Marlo trying to get a peach, but it was what it was. And honey, when Marlo could not pronounce the goddamn word mogul, I said, bitch, we know she can make her own goddamn money because she can't pronounce the damn word mogul. But whatever. We then see Sheree, Portia, and Shamia all sitting around chit-chatting or whatever, and of course they call Kim. Why they call Kim, I don't know. Kim, them calling Kim to me was just the messiest shit ever. Them calling Kim to me means they have no storyline. Y'all storylines are it's so bad that y'all can only have something to talk about by calling Kim and talking about what everybody else talk. I'm like, why? It just made me mad. I was just whatever. So they call her, say how Nene said that she couldn't be there with her husband. Portia then tried to say like, oh, I wanted to just say, good thing that you, overcame cancer, and I didn't know that you were a cancer survivor. And Kim like, what are you talking about? She's like, oh, well, Nene said, that you survived cancer. I never said that. Why she lying on me? Kim, we all remember season 1 when on the reunion you said that someone told you that it was 90% sure that you had cancer and that's why you wear wigs. You then backpedaled and pussy popped and said that you did not have cancer, and everyone was confused because you in one breath you said that you did have cancer and then you said you didn't. So I mean, her acting as if Nene pulled the whole cancer thing up out her ass. No, it came from something that you said on season 1, but whatever. They then tell her everything else Nene said about the whole stroke stuff and the heart attack stuff and all that, whatever. Kim gets upset as if they said, Nene said this and she said that you're lying. Nene technically never said initially that Kim was lying. She said it later on, but she didn't say it on the bus. On the bus, she was saying Kim has said A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So that's what she said happened to her. You would think she would be more positive about things. She'll be more happy about things because we know that's a lot to go through. Honey, Sheree, the goddamn bone collector, and I guess Shamia and Portia just helps her collect the bones and take them back to them. Kim is very pissed off. Kim is saying how, she's lying, that she needs to be worried about the roaches in her house, how she's a horrible person, she works in handicap spaces, and I'm like, I'm just not here for, again, I think Kim is racist. I'm not here for them giving Kim camera time to talk shit about Nene. I'm just not, and I'm not even a Nene fan like that. Like, she cool or whatnot, but sometimes she get on my goddamn nerve. But the way that Kim goes at Nene, she clearly has an issue with Nene, and I still believe Kim is a fucking racist, and you can't tell me any different. And the whole point that Nene was in was Kim allegedly has a lot of goddamn health issues, and I'm like, whatever. So at the little dinner they all together, Cynthia brings up to Candy how Nene was hurt about the whole AIDS thing. Kenny was like, what, girl? What you being upset for? You brought up AIDS, not me. She said, I don't see why y'all think y'all can dish stuff at me, and I'm not supposed to come back at y'all. That's not how it is. So it was a cool thing that they kind of laughed about it and squashed it. That was cool. They then say how, because Nene was like, did I say that? And they was like, yes, you said more mature, the mature women. Oh no, I meant, not age wise. So Shamia said, so are you saying that we're immature? Again, you meant it either one or two ways. Either you meant that the other ladies is immature and you're mature, or how you are older and they're younger. It's only two ways you can mean it. And even Candy said she called bullshit how Nene trying to make it seem as if she meant something different when she didn't. I completely get it, but they get over it and it's not a big issue, so it's fine. What else happened? Nene a little bit got mad at Shamia when Shamia said, let the elders bless the food. Honey, I'm not a, don't call me no elder, you know, because I get turned, I go from 0 to 100 real quick. Nene, what, you too old to be acting like that. Point blank, period. Then we see Marlo saying to Candy, you're just not welcoming to me. And Candy said, you know, you be running your mouth all the time, and, you know, or no, she said, you run your mouth all day and all night. You know, it is what it is. And, you know, you say what you want and I can too. So it is what it is. And she said, I don't know why you're getting offended, because I'm giving you back what you're giving me. And that's absolutely fucking true. You know, she's like, you know, if you say that I need etiquette lessons, I'm going to make sure that you know that you need them also, because you're not proper, and it is what it is. Cynthia is also saying, like, I don't get why Marlo bringing up how dry Candy is, because Candy is the same way in Atlanta. Why come to Barcelona and then have an issue? Because Marlo is trying to get a goddamn peach. Okay? That's what it is. You know, the ending. They all sitting there. Everyone's, for the most part, getting along. You know, everyone's kind of, you know, addressed their issues or whatever. Eva is staying quiet as a church mouse, you know, point blank, period. Then, one by one, everyone's phone starts to beep. Well, everybody with Nene. And so, like, I think Candy picked up her phone, was looking at something. So everybody picked up her phone looking at something. And it turns out Kim has sent a text message to everybody at the there with a picture of Nene parked in handicap. The videos from Nene's house saying that she has roaches. You know, saying that Nene is a, what should she say? She has roaches, that she's sick and she's disgusting, that she needs to be worried about karma. She parks in handicap spaces. Her house is full of roaches. And it was crazy. And this is what I'm going to say about that. Nene, of course, was pissed off, you know, and saying that she does, you know, that Kim is coming after her because, one, Kim said, I didn't see Nene at the mall. I thought I saw her, but I didn't see her. If you didn't see her, then when did you have time to take a picture of her car? And you kept the picture. Not only that, you kept the video that you had your daughter take in different parts of her house. So Kim was specifically doing things to post and prod and tease Nene with later. Clearly she was, because who keeps that kind of stuff on their phone? Someone who's looking to attack someone. And Nene just was not here for it. You know, Nene was saying how, fuck Kim, you know, can't none of y'all stuff in my house and say nothing. Everything in my house is new with tags on it. You know, she took pictures of water books from my pool and calling them roaches. She's pissed off. You know, even said how, you know, nobody even has a pool in their house. Honey, Marlo said, well, I got a pool in my community. It's the community pool in my complex. I'm looking like, bitch. So, you know, Nene is completely pissed off because, again, the text was, and I'm pretty sure it said other things or whatever, but she's pissed off. Nene's talking about how Kim probably got worms in her ass. And I'm like, she got worms in her ass. Her daughter is disgusting. It was bad going back and forth. But I do feel like Kim came after Nene based on some bullshit she heard from Sheree. So I think someone said, like, well, how did she even know what was said here? Honey, Sheree said, well, of course, I called and I told her, you know, I carry bones back. That's what I do. You need to stop being proud of that, because no one likes you for doing that. And it's stupid because, you know, Nene was like, well, she talking about how I park a handicap. My husband is handicapped, so we have a handicap sticker. It is what it is. I was with someone handicapped. I mean, I don't know if Nene was with Greg or not. Who gives a fuck? It ain't that serious. But the thing is, for Kim to have that video on my shoulder, to have that video, to have that picture, you were waiting to use it and then to send it to all the ladies. You were waiting to do that shit on purpose. And the thing about it is, before this episode aired, before the season aired, Kim kept saying how, oh no, we just happened to have some footage. I sent it to a person or two. She didn't say that. No, she kept that shit for months. She kept it for months, because Nene's party was 4 or 5 episodes ago. So we know that was probably at least a month ago. You kept this shit in your phone or kept it wherever for months to purposely use it against Nene. And it was some total bullshit. You know, Cynthia even said how what Kim did was out of line. And, you know, Nene said that Kim made her money from spreading her legs to married men and women. I said, bitch. She was fucking Big Papa all that time, so you know it is what it is. And that's kind of how the episode went off. I wasn't going to go tit for tat what everybody said. I think Kim wrong as fuck. I think Kim is racist. I don't need Kim on the show. And again, I'm not a big Nene fan like that, you know what I'm saying? But wrong is right is right. Nene didn't do anything in this particular situation wrong. Now, when Sheree asked her, what do you think, Kim? had all these ailments? Nene did say no. She said, I don't think she went through all that. I think she likes making excuses. I said, well, bitch, she said it now that she don't believe her. So, but that ain't what she said before. So my thing is, y'all told Kim or insinuated that Nene said something that she hadn't even said yet, which caused the whole uproar. So, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. We're going to see what happens next week. We do see how Marlo and Portia get into an altercation. That shit going to be crazy, and I can't wait to see it. But, anywho, I am Jelly. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. This is Jelly's Corner. Put all your comments below for the episode about my review. And until next time, people, peace.